Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, nobody forced her to do this, but she just independently decided she was going to go set herself up to be so brutally proven wrong and humiliated. I honestly don't understand what the thinking was behind this, besides really wanting to attack Biden and having her facts wrong, or really wanting to attack Biden and just being really dishonest. So what is this all in relation to? And then we'll dive into that. The Biden administration has started buying back oil to refill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. And so we have a stockpile of oil for emergencies, and Biden has used some of that reserve to try to lower gas prices. And he sold the oil, right? That's what, whenever it was getting emptied out, he was selling it. And now he's buying back oil to fill back up the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. And Lauren Boebert responded to this news by saying, let's go over this. Trump stocked up our reserves at record low prices. Then Biden emptied it out to get through the midterms. Now he's going to stock it back up at a much higher price. Pathetic as usual. Well, if you believed that, you would go, yeah, that's so aggravating. Biden made such a bad decision. But the unfortunate thing for Lauren Boebert in this situation is that's the exact opposite of the truth. And as Midas Touch said on Twitter, they responded to her and said, this is the opposite of what happened. The Biden administration sold the oil reserves at high prices. They're now strategically buying oil back at low prices. The U.S. actually made a profit off this. Somebody teach Bobo what it means to sell high and buy low, is what they tweeted back at her. And they're absolutely correct. Markets Insider reported on this. The U.S. government has pocketed a roughly $4 billion windfall from sales of crude this year out of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, and they walked through the specifics. Since President Joe Biden tapped in the reserves in March, just after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. has sold 180 million barrels of crude at an average price of $96.25 per barrel. But then the White House has said that it plans to start buying oil for the SPR when U.S. crude price hits $70 to $75 per barrel. So the United States is going to be making a $4 billion windfall. We'll be making the government money through this process. The exact opposite of what Lauren Boebert was telling her audience. So I say again, either she is a United States Congresswoman who doesn't understand how to go to the proper places to find information and find data on all of this, or she actively knows the data and wants to say the opposite to misinform her base. I unfortunately believe it to be the second option there. And this is how so many of these narratives get spun. I know people right now who are walking around thinking that Biden is losing us money through his selling of oil reserves and then buying back. Lots of people believe that and believe that's one of the reasons that he's such a bad president. And so for me, it's always that feeling of Biden has so many flaws and then he's also done good things. So I love to have a discussion with someone who knows the facts and can chat with me. Let me hear, what do you think is good about Biden? What do you think he's done incorrect? Let me know. That's interesting to me. But whenever your critiques are not based in fact, now we can't have a conversation. And that's much less interesting to me because I just got to spend all my time fact checking the dishonest or incorrect stances that you have. And that's, again, way less interesting. But there it is, Lauren Boebert, very unfortunately messing up. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get a full extra show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.